Hi everyone, I'm Anika from Made to Sew. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about how to hem jersey, knit or stretch fabrics on your sewing machine. So this is a perfect video if perhaps you don't have access to an overlocker or serger and you're thinking about the best way that you can hem or finish your jersey fabrics. I'm going to be talking to you about 6 different stitches that you can do on your sewing machine. So you do not need to have an overlocker or serger to complete this. If you're interested in learning about the other stitches that are available, perhaps you might want to invest in an overlocker or serger in the future, then I do have my introduction tutorial to hemming jersey. Head over to that tutorial, learn 5 tips for hemming jersey, and also I'll show you the other stitches that are available to you if you have an overlocker or serger. But let's begin by getting started here. So I'm going to be showing you 6 different stitches. A reinforced straight stitch, a wonky straight stitch, a 2-step zigzag, a 3-step zigzag, a blind hem, and a twin needle. And I'm going to be showing you how to do each of these stitches in this tutorial, as well as a little bit of prep work that you need to consider when sewing jersey items. You can also use these stitches when you are sewing your jersey items together, especially the reinforced straight stitch and the wonky straight stitch. So grab your jersey or knitted fabric, follow along and maybe make some samples so that you know the stitches that you want to do next time you're working with a tricky jersey fabric. Begin by pressing up the hem on your garment to the wrong side, and obviously the amount of hem depends on the garment that you're working with and what is in the pattern. I would recommend that you add some fusible interfacing into your hem. This will help to support the stitches and it will allow them to sit a bit better in the fabric. They won't look perhaps as puckered on a lightweight jersey, and altogether the machine will sew it better. It's almost like using a stabilizer here. You're going to want to use a stretch or knitted interfacing. You can either purchase some strips or you can cut your own. You're going to want to fuse that so that you're going to be stitching through it. Alternatively, you could use some Wonder Tape. This is a double-sided adhesive that actually washes away. Apply it to the hem of your fabric so that you're going to be sewing through it again. Remove the top layer and position your hem down. The Wonder Tape will hold the hem in place and support the area that you're going to be stitching. Begin by preparing your sewing machine. And by that, I mean that you're going to want to use a walking foot if you have one, or some form of dual feed. This will help to feed the fabric through your sewing machine. I'm working with a sort of double knit or ponte jersey. This is pretty stable, but if you were working with a lightweight jersey, you would potentially struggle, or something that had a lot of stretch. So this is where the walking foot comes in. Make sure that you're using a jersey or ballpoint needle. Or if your jersey fabric has a lot of stretch, or it's perhaps very lycra or spandex in it, then you can go to a stretch needle as well. One little tip is if you're getting skipped stitches with a ballpoint or jersey needle, move to a stretch needle to see if that helps. Now, majority of the time, you're going to want to complete your stitching from the right side of your garment. You don't have to complete all of the stitches with the right side facing up, but because this is what you're going to see, I usually do this as a preference to make sure that the top side or the outside of the garment is perfect. Now you're going to want to sew this so that you are catching quite close to this top edge. This is the wrong side of my fabric here. I've got my interfacing on there and I've pressed up my hem. I want all of my stitches to be relatively close to this top edge of my seam allowance or hem allowance, but I don't want them to be stitching off when I'm doing the zigzag stitches. So you are going to need to have a little play, do a test, and work out what you can be following in terms of the lines on your machine with the bottom edge of your hem so that you are sewing in the right place. And you may have to feel this, you may have to peel it back, and maybe just do a little bit of practice so that you're happy with it. Now the first stitch I'm going to show you is a reinforced straight stitch. This is a straight stitch where the machine will move forwards, backwards, forwards for each of the individual stitches. What this does is it helps to prevent the stitches from breaking. So it won't actually allow your fabric to stretch very much, but if you were to do a standard straight stitch, you may find that the stitches will break when the fabric stretches. The reinforced straight stitch will help to prevent this. Now, you're only going to really want to use this on sort of stable knits, which is what I'm working with here, something like a medium weight to a heavy weight jersey. This will be perfect. It may not work quite so well on your lightweight jerseys, and you will need to add a lot more stabilization to get it to sit flat. Once you've got your stitches set up, the foot on, the needle on, you can run your work through the machine, simply guiding it in so that you are obviously sewing and catching your hem underneath, but that you're consistent with your hem allowance throughout the process. Now you can backstitch with these stitches, or you can simply turn the length to 0 so that you are sewing on the spot. I would recommend starting to the side or the back of a garment so that where you do have to backstitch or reinforce your stitches, it's in an inconspicuous place. We're going to be looking at how to do a standard 2-step zigzag. This is great for allowing your garment to still stretch. So this is perfect to use on stretchier fabrics. Lightweight, stretchy jerseys, maybe things with lots of lycra or spandex in them, whereby the needle is moving from the left to the right with every zig and every zag. You can play with the width and the length of this to achieve the look that you require. Zigzag stitches will allow your fabric to stretch still, so they can work well on stretchier jersey and lightweight fabrics. We're also going to be looking at how to do a 3-step zigzag. Now, a 3-step zigzag is where each of the zig and zag have 3 stitches. This again will allow your fabric to stretch, so this can be used on lighter weight stretchy jerseys. The downside to both of the zigzag stitches is that they're not really used that widely in industry on a general knitted or jersey garment. You would find them on bras and swimsuits and things like that, but not on perhaps a jersey t-shirt. So they might not be the look that you're going for. With this stitch, the needle will move 3 stitches to the left and 3 stitches to the right. So 3 stitches to each of the zig and zags. Again, this zigzag stitch allows the fabric to stretch. You're welcome to have a play with the length and width of this stitch in order to create something that's visually pleasing. Feel free to backstitch when using either zigzags. Alternatively, turn your stitch length and width to 0 and stitch on top of yourself for a couple of stitches. The Wonky Straight Stitch is another one of my favourites. This is what you would do instead of doing a standard straight stitch. I would go either for the Wonky Straight Stitch or the Reinforced Straight Stitch. Now, this stitch is simply a zigzag stitch where the width of the stitch is very small, so 0.5, 0.8, something that is very close together. The length can be about 2.5 to 3, so just like a normal stitch. And what this will come out like is like a wonky straight stitch. So it will look like a straight stitch that's just slightly wrong. It will allow the fabric to still have some stretch and the stitches to not break. A blind hem is a great way to finish the hems of your jersey items and works really well on thicker jerseys. Something like what I'm working with here, double knits, ponties. I really love the blind hem. It just gives that invisible, professional finish. That is what it looks like from the wrong side. I have interfaced the fabric here with my fusible interfacing, and that also helps to prevent the stitches from being seen on the front. You can complete a blind hem on your sewing machine. Now I'm using my blind hem foot for this, that's foot number 5 on my Benina. And I've obviously got on my jersey or knit needle, ballpoint needle. And you may find that you actually have a stretch blind hem stitch on your machine. So have a look through the machine settings. Otherwise, obviously you will have a standard blind hem stitch on your machine. You may need to play with the width of the stitch slightly. You may need to play with the length of it. So make sure that you're happy with it. If you want more of a detailed tutorial on how to do a blind hem, please follow the link here to my blind hem tutorial. That tutorial is on woven fabric, but the process is the same to what we're doing here. Finally, one of my favourites is the twin needle, or what I like to call the fake cover stitch or cover lock. This looks similar to the stitch that you will find on your jersey or knitted garments in your wardrobe at home. But that stitch actually needs to be done on a cover lock or cover stitch machine, or on an overlocker that has the ability to do this stitch. This is what the wrong side would look like. You can see that there's a zigzag stitch, and this is the bobbin stitch. There's only one thread in the bobbin, which is why it zigzags between the 2 top threads. The downside of doing this stitch on the sewing machine means that you aren't going to get the fabric to stretch very well here. So you want to use it on, again, firmer jerseys that aren't going to need to stretch very much to fit on your body. Otherwise, you may find that the stitches will break. In order to do this stitch, you are going to need to get a twin needle. You're going to want to get a twin needle that is a jersey or ballpoint so that it's suitable for your stretch fabric. Obviously, I've threaded my sewing machine up with 2 threads on the top. If you are unsure how to do that, I do have a video that shows you, and I'll pop a link to it here. And you would sew this all the way around your hem. I recommend starting at a side or back seam so that it's an invisible area where you start. And obviously you can backstitch. Alternatively, tie off your threads on the inside. If you'd like to watch this tutorial, head over to my fake CoverStitch tutorial now. I'll pop a link to it here. Thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial and that you now know how to work with your jersey fabric on your sewing machine.